Good morning, traders. January the 23rd. Market just opened. I'm looking at a rebound on Intel that fell overnight because of weak guidance on their earnings call. Lots of volume this morning, one of the volume leaders. I'm looking for a bit of a pullback and then maybe get some 49 calls. I'm not in a race to trade this morning. I didn't see a lot in the market, so we're just gonna take it easy. And like I said, I'm just gonna watch Intel primarily. See what's up with Intel. Let's see how it goes. So what we got? We got massive freaking spreads on Intel, so we're gonna have to wait for that to cool down. While I'm waiting for that, we can look at a couple things I traded pre-market. DRCT. I forget what the catalyst was on that. And this guy here. Nothing really going in the little, oh, that's interesting. BGL. Some kind of gold stock, it looks like. Blue Gold Limited. Nice tight spreads. Interesting, but not on my plan. So let's stick to my plan here. Spreads are a bit too wide for me to trade right now. Oh, they're getting better. I was kind of thinking that was my level, 46.5, but spreads are too wide for that. Just testing my hotkeys. I did see that tech was pretty weak overall this morning, so that's something I need to be aware of. See the Qs dipping a bit here. Some other AMD, NVIDIA, see how they're playing out. Let's see Intel here, Qs. So obviously Intel is dropping off here. So I could be looking at some 47s and 48s. I don't want to catch a falling knife, as they say. So I don't know if I'm going to take the first green candle here. Just give it a little bit of time here. See if I can find some better support lines here. Maybe 45.6. Maybe a little bit more. A little bit of a bounce. Q's holding a little bit. Okay, I was on the wrong call there, so that's why the spreads are so bad. It was a put. I was on the puts, like I didn't buy that. Okay, so the calls are looking pretty good with the spreads, so I can think about entering here maybe. So to wait for that selling pressure to end. Qs are dropping though. Oh, Qs are bouncing as soon as I said that. So we've created a 5-minute range right now. See how it reacts around VWAP here. It's going to be hard for me not to enter if it comes up to 47.5, but I almost want a double bottom, I think.
Members coming up at 9:45. We have your PMI composite flash. On the services side, expected at 52.8. Manufacturing expected at 52. That's coming up at 9:45 a.m.
Reds are still a bit wide for me here. I'm going to look for this to come up a little bit and then retest the low. And if it holds the low a second time, then I'll be interested. I'm not going to rush this trade. Like, that would have been a terrible entry for me, for example. I just got an RGC alert. Interesting. Just not loving these spreads. I mean, that was my plan to get in right here, but it's a little late now. VWAP is basically 47. See how that retests. You can see how crazy the volatility is there. A bunch of people that were chasing here just got schooled. It's holding VWAP. Sort of. Okay. I'm in wide spreads, but here we go. I'm in at $2. Not gonna lie, not looking great. Hopefully this reclaims VWAP here. Difficult trade because the spreads are so wide.
Members taking a look at these economic data points on the PMI, manufacturing and services. On the services side, expected 52.8, coming in lower at 52.5, and on the manufacturing side, coming in lower as well at 51.9. Both data points coming in a little bit lower than expected on your PMI composite flash.
Really want to see it hold 46.5. Qs are turning lower. Tech sector is weak this morning. Not overly happy with this. Spreads are tightening a little bit. Now it's about risk management. When do I get out? Need to bounce here.
Members coming up at 10 a.m. Our next batch of economic data points. Michigan consumer sentiment expected at 54. We also have inflation expectations on a 1 year at 4.2%, on a 5 year at 3.4%. And we have a leading indicators expected at minus 0.2%. All this coming up at 10 a.m.
Coming down to the 15-minute orb lower bound. Need to bounce. Selling pressure is certainly occurring, minus 22%. And I think I'm going to get out pretty soon. This doesn't turn around real quick here. Let's go, boys. This needs to bounce. And it's not. It'd be nice if this claim is 46.5. Let's go. Come on. Come on, buyers. Okay, I'm out. And now I'm gonna maybe flip mode and go short here. I'm not gonna go short straight away. I'm gonna wait for it to come back up to VWAP. You can see that was good that I got out so far, at least. So that was good risk management. I just got a relatively small loss. It was just a starting position. It was just the singular contract to start. So down $63, not a big deal. Oops. Just trying to look at AMD here. AMD is the strong one. I guess this guy's taking market share, right? If Intel's suffering, who's the winner? Maybe AMD. Okay, I'm in AMD here. This needs to work quickly, otherwise I'm out. Again, not my best trading right now. These wicks are no good. Obviously nice that it held VWAP there, at least for now. Really need to see the buyers come in right now. Qs are pushing higher. Let's go. Hey, not good, not good. We're trading today. I'm not gonna lie. I knew tech sector was weak. I knew AMD was extended. I knew the spreads were really wide. Not good. Okay. Let's stay away from the semis. Just jumped in some Qs. See if I can fix that. Let's go. Hopefully we get a rip on the Qs here. Got in at $4. Stop at 394. Looks pretty good. Up 8% here on pretty big position. Next push, I will take half out.
Remember, it's taking a look at this consumer sentiment data. You're looking at the emission consumer sentiment expected 54 coming in higher at 56.4. Your Michigan inflation expected 4.2%, coming in at 4% in the 5-year, as well, coming in lower at 3.3%. Your leading indicators, still waiting on that data. But the Michigan Consumer Sentiment, as we mentioned, coming in with a beat and lower numbers on the inflation expectations.
Come on. Guess you heard the consumer numbers came in good, so that gives me a little bit of confidence here to hold. Stop at 4.1, up 9%. 9.5, 10%. I'm gonna try and sit in this. Almost up 12% here. It was good timing there. Up 13%. I got 622s. If we can just blast through there, I'm out. $13.5. 14%. One more push. And I'm out. Break even day. Fixed all my problems with that trade. Let's go. Let's go. I probably got out early, but I was just happy to fix some pretty shit trading in Intel and AMD. So let me guess, they're doing great right now. No, Intel did not care about that. AMD did not care about that, but the Qs as a whole did. And I just fixed my whole day right there. Let's see the percentage gain. That was pretty wild ride. See what I got. I got out a bit early, but it was just, I was pretty rattled by the AMD trade and the INTC trade, Intel trade. So I'm happy. So 14% even. So that was all right. Sometimes I think I should just trade the Qs more often because the spreads are always so tight. You don't have that spread risk. So I'm gonna think about that this weekend. But it just shows you how quick you can turn things around if you know what you're doing. And my go-to is the Qs. And you heard the news squawk, so I always have the news squawk on. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed those trades. Not my best day, but that's the reality of trading. So hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you on the next one.